Okay, good morning students. Today we have to see there is another topic, another lesson also. There is a first lesson. We already finished the third lesson. Now we pass on to first lesson. Diversity of living world. Diversity of living world. Diversity means nothing but the number of species or different species are present in a single area or living world. That is called diversity. Different types of plants or animals, anything is there. That is called diversity. In a living world, what are the species are there? In this chapter, we have to concentrate on attributes of living organisms. What are the activities or what are the characters are mostly present in a living organisms, and viruses. Classification of living world, how they are classified, bacteria and fungi. So these are the category we have to concentrate on this topic. Okay, now we pass on to step by step. So Earth mostly was formed some 4.6 billion years ago. The earth is formed 4.6 billion years ago. It is a life supporting planet. The earth is a life supporting planet. Here there is a number of species, number of plants, number of animals also grown with the landforms like mountains, planets, glaciers, etc. Life on earth exists within a complex structure called biosphere. What do you mean by the biosphere? Life is on earth exists within a complex structure. It have a normal, a complex, not a normal one, a complex structure is present, that is called biosphere. Okay. According to a survey made by Mora et al., 2011, the number of estimated species on earth is 8.7 million. In Mora et al., he estimated the species on earth is 8.7 million. The living world includes microbes, plants, animals and human beings which possess unique and distinct characteristics features are there. Some of the plants also there, animals also there, human beings also there, which possess unique and distinct characters also present in this land. Okay, what are the attributes of living organism is present? Here some of the, in a tabulation it will show what are the attributes are there. Attributes of living organisms. Growth is the first attributes. Nutrition, movement, metabolism, reproduction, respiration, irritability, excretion. These are the attributes mostly present in a living organisms. Okay, first one by one you have to see. Growth, first one, growth. Growth is an instinct property of all living organisms. Growth is an instinct property of all living organisms through which they can increase cells both in number and mass. Here growth, how can be it will measure or how can be identify the growth? It will increase in cells both in number and mass. Unicellular and multicellular organisms grow by cell division. In plants, growth is indefinite. In plants, growth is indefinite and occurs throughout their life cycle. In animals, growth is definite. Growth is definite and occurs for some periods. It will occur in some periods. Growth in non-living object is extinct. In a non-living object, it is an extinct. In a stone or mountain, anything is there, it is an extinct. Mountains, boulders and sand bones grown by simple aggregation of materials on the surface. That is the growth of that non-living objects. Here, living cells grow by the addition of new protoplasm. Living cells, it will grow means it will addition of new protoplasm within the cells. Therefore, growth in living things is instinct. That is the way the growth is occur in an instinct way. Okay, in a unicellular organism like bacteria and amoeba, growth occurs by cell division, only in a cell division. And such cell division also leads to the growth of their population. Hence, growth and the reproduction are mutually inclusive events. Growth and reproductions are mutually inclusive in events. Okay, the next one. Next, another character is cellular structure. What type of cellular structure it will present in a living organism? All living organisms are made up of cells. All the living organisms mostly made up of cells, which may be prokaryote or eukaryote. Anything is there. Prokaryotes means unicellular, lack membrane, bound nuclei and organelles. Like mitochondria is there, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies and so on. Example, bacteria and blue-green algae. In eukaryotes, In eukaryotes, a definite a nucleus and membrane bound organelles are present. Eukaryotes may be unicellular or multicellular is there. Unicellular or multicellular. Amoeba, Oedogonium, anything is there. Okay, then next category is reproduction. Reproduction is one of the fundamental characteristic features of living organism. It is a very important features. It will present in all living organism. It is a tendency of living organism to perpetuate its own species. There are two types of reproduction, namely asexual and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Here, in a asexual reproduction refers to the production of progeny possessing a features more or less similar to those parents. In asexual reproduction, possesses features more or less a similar characters to those of parents. The sexual reproduction bring out variation. Sexual reproduction, it will bring us variations or differences through recombination. Okay, in asexual reproduction, in living organism occurs by the production of conidia. Asexual reproduction, the organism occurs by production of conidia. For example, Aspergillus penicillium. Budding in a hydra and yeast. Binary fission, bacteria and amoeba. Fragmentation, Spirogyra protonema. And regeneration, planaria. Exceptions are the sterile worker bees and moles. The next another character is response to stimuli. Response to stimuli. All organisms are capable of sensing their environment and respond to various physical and chemical and biological stimuli. They are most probably they are capable of sensing their environment and respond to various activities, physical, chemical and biological stimulus. Animals sense their surroundings by sense organs. This is called consciousness. Animals sense their surroundings by sense organ. This is called consciousness. Plants also respond to the stimuli. Bending of plants towards the sunlight. The closer of leaves, touch me not plant. To touch are some example for respond to stimuli in plants. This type of response is called irritability. The next one is homeostasis. In a homeostasis, property of self-regulation and a tendency to maintain a steady state within an external environment. Property of self-regulation and tendency to make a steady state within an environmental external environment which is liable to change is called homeostasis. It is essential for all living organisms to maintain internal condition to survive in the environment. That is called homeostasis. The next one is metabolism. Metabolism, there is some of the activities are there. Some of all the chemical reaction taking place in a cell of living organism is called metabolism. It is broadly divided into anabolism and catabolism. Anabolism and catabolism, two types of metabolisms are there. The difference between anabolisms and catabolism is given in a table. You can see table difference between anabolism and catabolism. Anabolism, building up process. Anabolism means nothing but building up process. Catabolism means nothing but breaking up process, breaking down the process. Similar smaller molecules combine together to form larger molecules in anabolism. Smaller molecules are combined together to form a larger molecules. Here the larger molecules are break into smaller units. Then chemical energy is formed and stored. In anabolism, the stored chemical energy is released and used. Example for anabolism, synthesis of proteins from amino acids. Example, breaking down of glucose to CO2 and water. These are the characteristic features of anabolism and catabolism. Features are anabolism and catabolism. The next one is movement, nutrition and respiration and excretion are also considered as the property of living things. The levels of organization in living organism begin with the atoms and end in biosphere. There is a levels of organization in a living organism. It starts with the atoms. There is a smallest unit and end in biosphere. Each level cannot exist in isolation. Instead of they form levels of integration as in given figure. Here you can see biosphere is the last end product and ecosystem and community, population, individual organism, organ system, organs, tissues, living cells, organelles, molecules, compounds and atoms. Atom is a basic unit of cell structure. Here you can see atoms and molecules and compound. Here these molecules and compounds are divided into colloids, crystals and mixtures. These are non-living category. And Molecules, compounds, then organelles are formed. Organelles are formed living cells. Living cells, tissues are there. Tissues are combined together to form organs. Organs are combined together to form organ system. Then it will give the individual organism, that is the individual organisms is there. Then population, then community, ecosystem, biosphere. These are comes under this living system. These are the levels of organization and integration in living organism. Okay. Up to this one you have to read very carefully. Thank you students. Thank you one and all.